Have you ever wondered if today's headlines could be written in the pages of an ancient book? In recent months, the world has witnessed events that have raised alarms, with Iran and Israel, two nations intertwined by biblical prophecies, once again taking center stage. In 2025, the signs are intensifying. Iran advances in its strategic ambitions, while Israel strengthens its defensive stance. This escalation creates a climate of uncertainty in the Middle East, but what many overlook is that these events may be outlined in the Scriptures. The prophet Ezekiel spoke of a time when Persia, known today as Iran, would join a coalition against Israel. Are we witnessing the fulfillment of these ancient visions? In this analysis, we will explore how current events involving Iran and Israel align with the prophecies of Ezekiel and Jeremiah, and what they reveal about the prophetic moment we are living in. Stay until the end, because you will understand that God's divine plan is in motion, and that Christ's return may be closer than you imagine. If you long for that day, write in the comments. I trust in the Lord. Together, we will spread this message of hope to more hearts. When we hear Iran today, we think of a modern nation with regional influence and geopolitical tensions. However, in the Bible, this territory is Persia, a nation with a key role in the narrative of God's people. Its history in the Scriptures is fascinating. Persia does not initially appear as an adversary, but as an instrument of redemption. In Isaiah 44:28 to 45:1, written centuries earlier, God declares that Cyrus, king of Persia, would be his anointed to free the Jews from exile in Babylon. According to Ezra 1:2 to 4, Cyrus issued a decree allowing the Jews to return to Jerusalem to rebuild the temple. The Lord, the God of heaven, has given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and has commanded me to build him a house in Jerusalem, which is in Judah. This act marked a milestone in Israel's restoration, showing how God used Persia to fulfill his will. But the Scriptures also project a different role for Persia in the end times. In Ezekiel 38 verse 5, Persia is mentioned alongside other nations in an alliance led by Gog, which will rise against Israel in a future conflict. This passage suggests that the nation that once aided Israel could in the final days be part of a prophetic opposition. Scholars debate its interpretation. Those who adopt a futuristic eschatological perspective believe this event will be a literal conflict yet to come, with Persia as modern-day Iran. Others who view these texts symbolically interpret them as representing a spiritual battle against God's people. However, the lesson is clear. God guides history, and what he announced through his prophets will come to pass. In the 21st century, Persia has once again captured global attention. Israel, for its part, is a prophetic clock in itself. Its restoration as a nation in 1948, after centuries of dispersion, is a direct fulfillment of divine promises. Isaiah 66:8 asks, "Can a nation be born in a single day?" On June 14, 1948, Israel was proclaimed a state, an event that resonated with this prophecy. Furthermore, Jerusalem, which was under foreign control for centuries, became the heart of Israel again, as foretold in Zechariah 12:3. "I will make Jerusalem a heavy stone for all peoples." Today, Jerusalem remains a focal point of global conflict, confirming the precision of the Scriptures. In 2025, events in the Middle East reinforce this prophetic narrative. Iran, the biblical Persia, continues to be a central player in regional tensions. Recent reports highlight progress in its nuclear program, with an increase in uranium enrichment, raising international concerns. Israel, meanwhile, has reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring its security in the face of these actions. Additionally, Iran has strengthened its network of influence, supporting allied groups in the region and consolidating its presence in strategic areas, such as near the Golan Heights. A recent incident, an explosion at the port of Bandar Abbas, has heightened alerts about stability in the region, though the causes are still under investigation. These events, while significant from a geopolitical perspective, take on greater weight when viewed through the lens of prophecy. Ezekiel 38 points to Persia as part of an alliance against Israel, and Iran's current actions, its support for groups hostile to Israel, its regional expansion, and the tensions surrounding Jerusalem seem to align with this scenario. Another relevant prophecy is found in Jeremiah 49:34-39, where God speaks of Elam, a region in southwestern Iran. This passage announces judgment on Elam, but also a promise of restoration in the last days. In the latter days, I will bring back the captives of Elam. Interestingly, recent reports suggest a growing Christian movement in Iran, which could be a glimpse of this spiritual restoration. In light of these events, the return of Israel, the centrality of Jerusalem, and Iran's role, the critical question is, how should we live? Prophecies not only inform, but call us to spiritual action. Romans 13:11 urges us, "It is time to awake from sleep, for our salvation is nearer than when we first believed." The signs around us should not inspire fear, but vigilance and hope. Jesus in Matthew 24:42-44 exhorts us, "Watch therefore, for you do not know what day your Lord is coming." This is a time to seek God sincerely, turn from sin, and prepare for His return, as Isaiah 55:6-7 says, "Seek the Lord while He may be found. Call upon Him while He is near." Christ's return is near, and every fulfilled prophecy reminds us that the time of grace is shortening. Let us live with our eyes fixed on Jesus, with hearts full of hope, and lives dedicated to Him. Prepare spiritually. There is no time to waste. If this message resonates with you, share it to awaken more people to the truth of these times. Write in the comments, "Come soon, Lord." Subscribe and activate notifications to receive more reflections on prophecies and the signs of the times. May God bless and keep you until we meet again. Amen.